All right. I have been out of the loop with Dungeon Meshi for a hot minute, but I have some time now at 1 in the morning. So I figure let me put a little effort into trying to get caught back up because some shit is about to go down. Don't know if it's going to be in this episode, but it is about to go the hell down. And I want to get to that. I want to get to the down of the going so that I can see it. So anyway, welcome to an Anime Watch Along. The way that this works is that I can't show you the footage from Dungeon Meshi on screen because that's how you get copyright lawyers down your throat. So instead, you're going to load up Dungeon Meshi on your own Netflix, and then we'll press play at the same time. I'll give you a countdown, and then we'll watch it, and I'll do my commentary reaction stuff on here while you watch the thing over on the your part of it, is how we're gonna do it. And yeah, and like every once in a while I'll have more to say than I could fit into just saying it while the episode is playing, and then I'll give you a countdown. I'll say 3, 2, 1, pause. And when I pause, you're gonna see a little screenshot of whatever it so happens that I happen to be happening to look at the moment. And we'll talk about the things that are happening, and then maybe I'll scroll a little bit back and forth to look at particular things, and we're gonna have a good time. That's the plan. That's the idea. That is how this is set up to work. So that's probably enough intro. Let's watch Dungeon Meshi. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, subtitles up top also should help you keep in tune. It's such a cute intro. Also, funny how there seems to be an empty space in the party sometimes. Isn't that odd? Almost as though there's a character missing. Or something. I do like the party. I do like the whole, like, everyone dancing together thing. Because that's like one of the major things of the show is like the way that food brings people together, right? That food is a bonding agent, like a thing that makes people overcome their differences and like socialize and form bonds with one another. Oh, we're getting those animators again. Oh. Damn, Chilchuck. That's a brilliant animation. The little slide. Oh, that was good. Aw, Team Dad. an oasis. That's a fun lion statue. Oh, is this about to get horny? Oh, I think it's about to get horny. Ah, I see. Pollen. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Sorry, shit, I should have given you a countdown. Sorry, I completely lost myself there. Sorry, I paused. Man. 'Cause, like... that frame with, like... the way that the sleeves are folded over. And, like, the light and the play of... god damn. Right, good expression also, like of showing the sort of the out-of-breath desperation there. And, like, again, like, the way that the dryads are shown, like, that they're playing pretend to be human just long enough, and then, like, the unhinged staring eye with no pupil, right? Just, like, absolutely beelining it. And this angle, too. Like, that's a hell of a fucking angle to show him from. And it's like, it's another one of the demonstrations of just how goddamn competent the animators are. Like, just how good they are at rendering these characters three-dimensionally. Because, like, motherfucker, like, and also, as usual, like, props to the fucking, like, to the people who did the light and shadow, and the colorists, because they're managing this rather awkward angle. They're managing it so beautifully. Like, especially with the underside of Senshi's nose, with that flat shadow that gives it that bulbous quality, that also sort of tells you that he's wrinkling it, right? Like, he's got this, what is this smell kind of vibe to him. Right? Like, from an angle like that, they're getting, like, a really clear facial expression on him. And, like, again, playing with the shadow of the helmet, of, like, hiding one eye and not the, like, oh, that's just good. Sorry, I should have given you a countdown. I completely lost myself there. I'll give you a countdown to restart it, though. Sorry about that. 3, 2, 1, go. Wait. Come on, Netflix, you piece of shit. Nostril. Hay fever. Yes. That's some classic fucking trigger. Oh my god, that's good. Jesus, that's just like, for this episode, for this comedy nonsense. They're pulling out that level of fucking animation. I have hay fever, by the way. I know their pain. fucking snot particles. Oh, that's good. And yeah, comedy beat. Oh my god, what a fucking animation sequence. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. What a fucking animation sequence. To bring out like the full potential trigger power for this shit. It's like, that's such a classic. Like, especially the animation on the sneeze is like, that has that classic, like, the timing. Like, look at the timing and like the distortion, especially on Laios's face, right, as they're sneezing. Like, that's some classic Trigger style comedy animation. Like, you'll see this shit, like, if you watch Pantheon Stalking with Garterbelt, like, less, like, that show generally has, like, less elaborate animation, sort of intentionally, that's part of the comedy, but that aesthetic of motion, that's all over that show. Like, like with the fucking, with Senshi's nostrils, like, absolutely pouring out. Oh. I'm trying real hard to avoid the copyright, but like, and this too is so. That is. I've been there, boys. I've been there. Jesus, like, I guess they haven't invented antihistamines. The whole animation sequence, this whole thing is genuinely so impressive. And as usual, Senshi gets all the panty shots, right? That's a really lovely, like, well-directed piece of animation, because, like, the thing they're trying to convey here is that neither of them can really fucking see what the fuck they're doing, right? They get, like, another just absolute faceful. It's like me when I was cutting grass for my dad in the yard when I was younger. I didn't really know that I had a grass allergy at first. I mean, it got real bad. And I quite like Senshi's sort of insistence, it's my duty to protect the youngsters. Like, that he's so stubborn because he feels so responsible for them at this point, and he thinks they're all kids next to him. When, like, Marcille might be older, right? Like, look at the fucking, with the highlight and like the little dark streaks of shadow to like really give the goopiness, and just like the volume with which these nostrils are rendered. Like, look at the line weight distribution, like how this one is like silvery thin almost, and then we have like this thick, fat, like powerful outline over here that really, like, again, it's that thing that gives the line work its volume, that makes this whole thing feel so, like, I don't want to say volumetric because that means something else, but like that makes it feel so like there's so much three-dimensionality to it, right? They do the same thing with the ear, right? Like, this mix of very thin and then like really thick lines to really sort of place the weight of it. Again, like, very classic. I love the way they do hands in the episodes when it's this team animating it. Like, the knobbliness, like the roughness of Senshi's hands. Like, again, because that's, as a piece of character design, that's something you can't always do in anime, right? Like, anime, you tend to smooth characters out a lot, in part because that's less work. When you have to animate that shit frame by frame and to not have like a million lines on each character that need to be moved correctly with the three-dimensionality of the thing. Like, that's why so many anime characters are so flat, because it's like, it cuts down on some of the labor. And like, a bunch of that stuff can be handled like nowadays with like automatic sort of like programs that sort of automatically can replicate some of that, like to help you just copy paste your way through it. But like these. It's part of the character design. Senshi is that he's someone who works with his hands, who's very practical. He's in the dungeon, like this is what he does all the time. So of course he would have like these really rough, knobbly, like chunky, big meaty fingers of a guy who like spends his whole time working with his hands, right? Or indeed of a chef. God, the damn blurring on that shit is so good too. And then we get like the comedy beat thing, right? Where it's like, we have resolved the tension, everything's fine, no worries, and then achoo. Right, like the little punctuation mark on the scene. Which it's just a rhythm thing that I really appreciate. Anyway, back to Marseille. 3, 2, 1, go. I like the broken staff also as like a signifier of Marseille having suffered a real break, a real defeat. Oh, hang on. There we go. Need to have the timer on screen. One thing I don't like about Netflix is that they keep moving the... Oh no! Oh no! Is... Oh, Marcio. That they keep moving the subtitles up top. Oh no, those aren't right. You don't want to do that. The fucking faces on them. This is a good bit of comedy lightness after all the serious business. Like, this is a good sort of breathing room. Oh. Oh, the melted cheese. With the cheese, though. Oh, Senshi. Oh. I like her intensity. I think Laios is on the other end of that intensity for once. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sweet. I'm sorry, but oh my god. Oh, I'm still watching. I'm just. Whew. Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. Pause. God damn it, Netflix, you piece of unreliable shit. I pressed the spacebar to pause, but Netflix like is very random about whether or not it wants to register my spacebar as me telling the damn thing to do. Well, telling it to do. Oh my god. Okay. So fucking funny. No. It's very sweet of him, right? Like, but. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm getting a little overworked there. I'm sort of laughing at how much I'm laughing now. Okay. Like I said, I like that Laios now is the one who's on the receiving end of like a really Marciel's intense obsession, right? Because Marciel's obsession is magic, right? Like this is the thing that draws her and pulls at her. This is the thing with which she'll fulfill her dreams. Like that's how she thinks. Whereas with Laios, it's like, well, he's super autistic about monsters, obviously. If like and like if Marciel is like on the neurodivergent spectrum, her special interest is magic, right? Like that's the thing that like really animates her beyond being extremely lesbian for Fallon. And I like that she's like that we get to see her turn that intensity on. We already saw her do that when she did the fucking dark magic ritual, right? But that it like that we get to see that magic ritual, the whole thing that happened there has like pretty strongly changed something in her. Why is it every time I sit down to record? I sound like a fucking tuberculosis victim. What the hell? I like that intensity is coming out, right? Like that she's like, she now is being very, very practical about like the necessities of what must be done in order to survive in the dungeon, in order to achieve what they want to achieve. Because like now she has run into the fucking mad mage, right? Like now shit has gotten decisively real. And that's one thing, like we talked about, like the casualness with which parties approach the dungeon, like the casualness with which they approach, like being here and doing things here. That like, yeah, you die, but like you can get brought back to life up on this earth. Like it's like there's a certain casualness to it that Marcille certainly also had. Like where it's like, yeah, we have to go down and get the red dragon and kill it and get Fallon out and revive her. But that's a thing that you can do, right? Like this is an adventure that people have undertaken before, kind of business, right? Which in this case went quite badly wrong, but there was a casualness to it, right? Like Marcille still had this assumption in her that we're going to do this, then we're going to go back to the surface, then I'm going to sleep in a soft feather bed, and I'm going to eat normal food, and I'm going to have a long shower, right? There's going to be a return to normalcy. That was sort of part of the assumption in her character, which is why she was often, part of the reason why she was often unwilling to go outside of her comfort zone is because, well, this is weird, but we're going to go back to normal. This, to me, seems like Marcille realizing there's not going to be any going back to normal after this. Like, something has changed now, something definitive. And so she has changed. Which I think sort of interestingly comes across a little bit also in, like, she gets the fucking jug of soup with the face on it, and she's like, fucking, why would you want to give me that? But there's no... like, but she eats, right? Like, there's no, oh, I don't want to eat this. I can't possibly. She has the spoon in her hand. She has it up by her face. She's gonna eat it, right? She's doing her little "this is disgusting" song and dance number, but there's no hesitation whatsoever. And she's happy when it's delicious, but clearly, right? Like, this is not episode 1 Marcille, who had to be dragged kicking and screaming into eating a mushroom stew. Like, I like that what has happened has clearly changed her, right? And you can see it has affected Senshi as well. Like, after what happened with the Red Dragon and with Fallon and everything, you can see that he feels a much greater responsibility to these kids. He thinks they're kids, but he's... and, like, sort of is naturally slipping into the role of team dad. Which I like, especially because of the dynamic that creates with poor children. Oh no, that poor man. Oh, that poor man. The scream, the high pitch, like, ah! The sheer horror on his face. Oh my god. Oh, that poor boy. That poor grown-ass man. You see, humans also... Oh my god. I need to hear that with the English voice acting just a sec. Oh no. Okay, give it to me, someone. No, I'm sorry, that was just for me. That's so good. Oh my god, that got me. Oh, good heaven. Oh, good gracious. Oh, good gracious me. Fucking hell. Okay. 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 Summoning some willpower here. Okay. I'm okay. I'm alright. Okay, it's just a sex joke. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. All right. Let's let's just go here and then play, because I was trying to keep watching, but I was laughing a little too hard to pay attention to what happened after. Oh. Okay. Netflix, don't fuck me over now. 3, 2, 1, go. No, for fuck's. Oh my god, this fucking pro. I need to find a better way. I think I may have to extremely legitimately and legally find a different way to put this on screen, because Netflix is being a piece of shit. There we go. I'm sorry for the difficulty with synchronizing. It's just Netflix doesn't want to work the way that I want it to work. Again, Marcille being like, don't let stuff like that bother you, right? That's unlike her. Oh, oh, poor man. Be gentle with his. with his. Oh. I like the little circle used to frame his face here. World building. Oh, poor boy. Interesting that those are the voices of the ghosts there. Guys? Oh, that is very funny. Ooh, another 3D shot. Yeah, it'll be able to smell them or sense them. Well, that's interesting. Again, a change in her. Right. Oh, that's not good. That's not super great. Cut off the arm? uh, now she's hard to carry. No. Thanks for the confidence there, Children. Yeah. Oh, that's so disrespectful. Oh no. Mana sickness. Yeah. Timing. Senshi, your practicality is so adorable. I like that her eyelashes broke off and we can see that on her character model. That's very good. That's something that was also done in the manga, I believe. Like that she was consistently drawn without it. Oh man, I'm gonna watch the credits. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Oh, what a fucking funny episode. Holy shit. Holy heckerim. Like, good grief. That is. Oh, that is very, very funny. That was the relief we needed after the like deep dark hell that was the episode so far. Whew, I feel better now. uh oh lord. And again, like it's not front and center, right? Like it's not the story isn't calling a lot of attention to it, but the fact that the characters clearly have been changed by their experience, like that Marcille clearly has a different attitude to things now, like that she has a different intensity to her. That's just like that's that we don't just revert right back to the status quo, but we do a little bit, like we do. The characters move a little bit, like they're changed a little bit by their adventure. That's important. Like if that didn't happen, then then the events of the story so far would feel meaningless. Um, um, so I like that. I like that that's showing through in the characters, that they have a different relationship. Oh, hey, look at that book with the infinity symbol that Marcille described when she was talking about drawing magic from another dimension. Ah, that's interesting. So what's the significance of that golden feather, then, relative to that? I wonder. I know already, obviously, but I wonder. Good tease. Very good tease. And like also like that the comedy is being used for little moments of world building, like when Laios is tripping absolute balls and he hears the voices of the ghosts that live in the town, like about like fucking help us, like we want to pass on but we're not being allowed to. um the way that the magic of the dungeon is being used to prolong something in a way that maybe it shouldn't be. Which again, this sort of feeds back into the question of like Marcel prolonging Fallon's life in a way that perhaps is not quite natural. And like the consequences that that might have. And I do like the thing of like she made her part of the dungeon just for a second because like, well, first of all, that's probably how the Mad Mage knew to come looking, and second of all, well, that might be why he has such an easy time controlling her, because she's infused with the same stuff that the dungeon is made of now. Besides, of course, her also now being made of the dragon, which the mage clearly recognized. This poor Marcel. She cannot catch a fucking break. What a good episode. What a lovely way to spend some time. And also, like, again, I cannot stress enough just the level of competence and craft. On display. And also just the fucking backgrounds in this fucking show. Like, in the city, the backgrounds here are not super impressive, but, like, one thing to notice the wall there behind them? You notice how the pattern of bricks is completely fucking irregular? Right? I'm sure they do some, like, the artists have been using some kind of copy pasting, like, whatever, but that the pattern of bricks is so irregular and so clearly handcrafted, right? Like, rather than just, again, the sensible thing you would do to save some time, which is to just like replicate a stamp pattern, just like all the way down, like to get the brick pattern, which is like a lot of anime do, but that there is this painted quality where you can see like each individual brick has a little bit of a light outline, right? That's sort of that gives each brick volume and really makes it feel like much more of like a physical space. Because this is again, as I've talked about in other reactions, like this is sort of one of my complaints with like a lot of seasonal anime in general, is that one of the things that often gets axed a little bit in the process of making seasonal anime is the backgrounds. Like, they tend to be like, not that there's not work that goes into that. Like, it's all fucking labor. It's all hard. And there are very good reasons why backgrounds sort of get deprioritized in terms of like where the budget goes. But that a lot of anime can feel kind of placeless, right? Like, you watch a fucking slice of life anime, one high school is like literally identical to any other. Like very few of sort of the generic high schools in anime have any kind of sense of individuality, architecture, place, like any sense of specialness to them. And that sort of comes down in part like because they're using a bunch, like, usually like they'll be using a bunch of assets and sort of like creating backgrounds as fast as possible from them, rather than like designing the space with a history in mind. And that's, again, they're perfectly sensible, like, because in anime where backgrounds don't take priorities because the backgrounds are not what the show is about. But Delicious in Dungeon Meshi is about the dungeon. It's about the place. It's about the environment that these characters are traveling through. And so I just really appreciate that there's so much care and attention being paid to, like, and you can see, for example, these backgrounds here, these trees, that looks either brush painted or maybe it's literally just a 3D asset with some filters thrown over it, like to get these tree canopies. Like, they probably take a whole bunch of shortcuts in many places to sort of ease things along. But like, whenever they focus in on a piece of environment, there's like look at the fucking hand painted quality of the light, like the way that it's dappled and speckled and like the texture and the weight of it all. Same thing with like the fucking chair Marcel is sitting on. Look at that. Like the little chips that have come out of it. The little bits of damage, like that little indication of a splinter standing up. Like maybe you can't really see that on the screen that I'm pointing at it on, because you kind of need to have that in Netflix full screen to really see it. But like there's such a sense of wear and tear to so many things in this world that gives you a sense of, like, again, look at the fucking floorboards here. How they're all like scuffed and like really sort of splintering at this point. Right? And you can see like the table here. Fairly sort of clean thing. Maybe they didn't put as much rendering on that, but like it doesn't feel like it does in many other places. In many other anime, like the backgrounds are like something that nobody put a lot of thought into, because it's like it's not relevant, it's not important. Like it doesn't need to be, oh, and this fucking shot. We need to talk about this fucking shot as well. Okay, I need to be careful about copyright here. Yeah, like again, that they have done that 3D projected shot before, and it is just like a bunch of really fucking it looks to me at least like a bunch of really fucking well-crafted textures projected over a 3D environment, and laying like a real, I think there's like a lens distortion going on here, like to really emphasize the speed of the motion. That's like, yeah, God, that's because like 3D can be so awkward. Like, and there is some awkwardness to it, because 3D moves on ones, right? Like it has a tendency to move on like every single frame. When you're watching something move in 3D, it's moving because the computer just can draw as many in between frames as you want it to draw, right? That's simplifying it a little bit, but that is not quite like, that's not quite the same as how 2D animation works, where like the characters have a certain jerkiness to them because they are moving on 2s or 3s or 4s. Right. So the extreme smoothness of that shot is like, that would be jarring if, I think that would be jarring if they tried to project any of the 2D characters into a shot like that. But because they make it a POV shot, like they sort of get away with it. And because it's a very short shot, right? Like it's just like this one desperate dash and then boom, through the door back to like regular 2D animation. Might be some 3D assets in this shot as well. I really would be interested to see at some point like a breakdown of exactly where and how many 3D assets they use. Like how much of it is like rotoscope and paint over, and how much of it is just like really well textured 3D environments that they're projecting the 2D characters into. Because like a shot like this, if they have a 3D model of this alleyway that's so well textured that it looks good in motion, I don't see why they wouldn't use it to like project a background from that for one of these shots, right? And I am curious about that, like how many of the shots like use 3D projection to like to get their dimensionality off. Poor Laios. I mean, it's nice that he's, again, Laios is also changing, right? Like he's learning something new. He's getting access to a new realm of understanding. Senshi's hands still with those like knobbly fucking knuckles and joints. I like the cut here. I like the cut from she's made of stone to boom, now she's made of flesh. Right, like, because at once it resolves the tension of, oh shit, is she falling over? But also, like, with, like, again, like, the bright backlight sort of, like, selling the relief of this moment for everyone involved. Like, in a comedy way. Like, this is all funny. It's all played for laughs, right? But we have fun here. But yeah, like, again, this is, it's like Ryuko Koi, who's the author of the manga. Like, I believe she also took pains to draw Marcille with like some of her eyelashes missing, on one eye, for like a while. I don't know exactly how long. So like, that's not Trigger necessarily sort of coming up with that, but it's such, again, that thing about change sticking to a character. That was just a background gag, right? Like, that was just a little, oh, they put her in the thing and then one of her eyelashes broke off. I was like, it was just like a background gag. It's just haha funny, an inconsequential part of her broke off. Isn't it funny that, like, but like that's reflected in, oh, the character is missing her eyelashes. Like, that's actually reflected. Because, like, again, I think a lesser show might not have had the time and resources to pay attention to that sort of thing and, like, keep that consistent. Like, maintain that, like, as a little, if you notice it, then it's a really cool little thing, right? Like, you go, oh, the fucking eye, it's like, it's a nice way to reward the viewer for paying attention, I think. What a good show. I like Dungeon Meshi a lot. I should watch the next episode, and I think I'm gonna find some extremely legal and legitimate means to maybe do it a different way, because trying to fucking get the Netflix interface to cooperate with me is like pulling teeth, and I would like to be able to frame by frame my way through this. So next episode, maybe a different synchronization thing. Maybe things will be a little bit different, but we will manage it together. I have faith in us. I needed that laugh today. Holy shit. Anyway, bye.